All
Good seeing you,
right,
man.
take it easy.
Right on.
Go, Breck, go.
Easy.
All
Yeah.
right.
So if your father wants this scepter that's at the chapel and he's upset with how you've been conducting yourself, why not use this opportunity that the resources that you spent are going to be to retrieve this trophy for your father and help us in retrieving the scepter?
He says, well, so first of all, this creature is massive. I can't risk sending any of our men to fight it. They report that they've watched him destroy groups of gnolls, a small horde of ratlings, things that none of my men would be able to stand up to, let alone stand up to what is destroying them. I don't believe that we have the manpower or the resources to defeat this thing. Maybe once it's defeated, we could talk about potentially sending out a strike team to the chapel and see if we can get inside. We would be more than happy to send people with you all if you manage to make the outside area safe for us to stand a mounted front and perhaps get into the chapel. But I assure you, we sent rangers into the chapel before, early in our days of exploring the ruins of Drakkenheim. None of those rangers ever came back. And that was years before this Haze Hulk started patrolling the grounds of it. I believe assaulting the chapel will be a undertaking all of its own. It's not something I believe that would be possible to do directly after fighting this monster. We have no idea what's in there.
I can understand that the undertaking will be difficult and that doing this as a small group would not be feasible. But what if we have other members of other groups to help us?
Um,
I hear talk that the Amethyst Academy also would like to know the content of the chapel.
Give me a deception check, because River has never once mentioned that.
No way.
It's like every other group has, though.
20, just nat 20 that.
Nat 20?
Nat 20.
Petra puts her hand on Anton's chest to, like, get him to stop talking. And says, Anton, we do know that Father wants the scepter of Saint Vitruvio. It's key to his plan to retake the city. If we are able to send a strike team with them, and they're able to defeat the Haze Hulk that's patrolling the ground, the strike team could come in after, maybe provide some assistance with them getting into the chapel. I don't think we'd be able to convince any of our men to fight this monster with them. But if they do survive, it would be prudent for them to have backup for facing what's inside the chapel. Anson thinks to himself for a second and goes, yeah. You know what? I'm going to have to think about this. Is it my understanding that the five of you plan to fight this creature?
With a decent plan.
Cadrith would like to speak up.
With a very deep, burning passion.
Will you be heading out tomorrow then to fight him?
Yeah, as today would not be a good day. We need more resource for this endeavor.
Yeah, and we're pretty burnt just from our trip
We
into the
definitely
city.
need
Yeah.
rest. So
Anton
Yeah.
says, very well. I'll see what I can do. And stop by
How-
tomorrow if you truly want us to come with you. But just be aware, if we come with you and enter the chapel, we will be and we find the scepter of Saint Vitruvio inside. We will be taking it back to our father. The scepter of Saint Vitruvio is a key item to us rebuilding Drakkenheim and making this city a place of life again.
Well, yeah, we understand your perseverance. Try and rebuild this city, and can definitely sympathize with your endeavor.
you did
Gavilan
mention
looks uneasy.
if we were to bring or assist with the scepter, that your father would probably have an audience with us, correct?
My father would most definitely have a personal audience with you. If you brought him the chapel, the scepter of Saint Vitruvio, he would throw a feast in your honor. He has been looking for it for nigh on 6 years now. Like I said, we've only heard rumors that it's inside, and every scouting party we've ever sent has never returned. And we don't have the men to just keep sending to their deaths.
Fair enough.
Well, go rest and we'll talk tomorrow.
Alright. Fair.
So, okay, we walk outside the watchtower, correct?
Yeah.
All right, guys, I just lied out my ass. We should probably maybe try and back that up with a little bit of reality and go to the Red Lion Hotel.
I almost think that we should. I want the backup. I know we're going to need it, but man, that scepter will give us so much power in the city. It'll unlock so many doors, and it's worth so much more than just an audience with Alec Drexel. Like, it just. I don't know if we could.
See, I get where you're standing, because 100%, like, it could be something we may want to use,
Even
and
like,
it could be
yeah.
something we may want to give to somebody else. But in the end, one of the goals that most of you guys have is to enter the inner city. There's no way the easiest way that we are aware of is through the Lantern's Gate.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well,
Because
for now, what about Buckle Down Row? Sounds like it really has some weight to it. Like, and especially now that we've seen someone from there, and she can hold her own, and she's moving freely around the city. Like,
But what I'm saying is that in order to find this scepter, we're gonna need someone that's tied into magic, and the only people that we know are the Amethyst Academy. So in order to find the scepter, we're probably gonna need some magical backup.
well, I don't know about that one.
Also, FYI, catching on with you saying that you lied about that Amethyst Academy thing, I'm just kind of pointing out that probably the only reason the lanterns may actually help us is because they don't want the Amethyst Academy involved with the scepter.
That's
so if we show up tomorrow with one or two of their guys, and we come to the watchtower to be like, hey, where's the guys? We're going to go after it. And they see them, they may back out. I feel like part of the reason why they're possibly going to help us with this ordeal is because they want to get to it before the others.
I definitely agree with Kadrith. He didn't say that. Like I didn't get that from Ansel or anything like that. But just knowing the bad blood between these two, Hawk, I almost thought that that's what you were trying to do was to try to stir them up. To be honest, I
was
didn't even realize that you were just.
I was trying to make it look like we have support in order to retrieve this scepter, so that way they feel like there's less on the line.
Well, you did something.
Yep, I did something.
I almost feel like Kadrith is right, and like you almost put more on the line on this one by saying that. I think that we should not involve the Amethyst Academy at this point in time.
Not until it's done.
Yeah, I also think that we shouldn't involve the Silver Order until it's done.
I don't plan on it.
I do think Kadrith, they might have some information that we might, who knows, like, they might be the ones who could tell us what the staff is all about. But I don't think that we should give it to them at all.
No.
But they were the ones who were interested about it.
It was them and the Hooded Lanterns.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, again, like I said, unless it's something we plan on keeping as a personal thing, as it stands, I feel like giving it to the Hooded Lanterns for the audience with their leader is probably one of the better bets.
It is the better bet, but I only feel like it's because we don't know what the other options are.
I will point out to you guys that Blackjack Mel, I believe, had mentioned the scepter last time you guys talked to him.
Did he?
Because the conversation was the underground passage
Yeah.
that used to be booze smuggling.
Up and down row and stuff.
Yeah, saying that he would help us with an audience, possibly with the Queen of Thieves or whatever, if we paid proper tribute and all that good stuff. And saying about the fighting pits that they have there.
Mm-hmm. The winner, I didn't mention this, but I was supposed to. The winner of the fighting pits get their reward is they get to meet the Queen of Thieves.
There we go. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I haven't stepped a foot in Skull and Sword, and there's a reason.
Yeah. Well, I'm not even saying we don't give it to the Hooded Lantern. I'm almost just saying we don't give it to the Hooded Lantern right away. That's my thing. I just don't like the fact that if they come in with us, they're gonna.
Yeah, no.
Like, you know,
I definitely look at Scepter.
We lose a lot of bargaining power.
Yeah, and the Scepter itself is a bargaining chip, and if that's a way that we can solidify an entrance and exit in Drakkenheim, then wonderful. I was looking at the Amethyst Academy as another likely party of interest in it, so that way there we have more people to try and get into this place. Because if there's people dying just trying to get in, then we're gonna need help.
Well,
Yep.
I don't know if you guys also.
We're talking about like the Hooded Lanterns. Like these are more like regular people, right? They're not extraordinary people.
Right, they're just regular people.
They're regular people. Like what he was saying, that like a small hordes of ratlings or the pack of gnolls. We've fought multiple packs of gnolls with a couple werewolves and other things involved, and we walked out. Where like a smaller group, he says that their guys stand no chance against. Like we're not just regular people either.
True.
One thing though that I do have a fear of is that if we kill the beast and don't go for the scepter or have like a plan to secure it or anything like that? What if one of the other groups mounts like a
Oh yeah, absolutely. No. It's gonna have to be a 1-2 punch. We take care of Lightus, and then we take on the chapel simultaneously. It's gonna have to be a 1-2 punch, I think.
I think we need to make sure we're stocked up on potions.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm
yeah.
saying. Today is shopping day.
But didn't Ansel say something about it being like that's going to be almost an impossible task? Like
Well,
taking down the beast and fighting the chapel are each its own very unique, like massive, daunting task.
I'll just reiterate what the points that they gave. One point that they've given is they've never been able to get into it. The people that they sent there have never come back, and in all the days that they've been watching Lightus, even Lightus has not been able to get into the chapel. Like whatever is going on at the chapel, like no one seems to be able to get through the front door.
Well, so here's my sort of what I'm going with and thinking. I don't know if we're gonna be able to 1-2 punch this, and if we can't, we at least need people to guard it while we're gone. So I feel like we may have to ally with someone. I wonder if the Hooded Lantern, or even just Ansel, would allow us to personally deliver it to Axel or Drexel. Would that be better?
Well, she said if they are helping, they are walking away with it. If it's
Yeah.
help.
I know they said that, and they technically will. We could promise it to them.
We would
Right.
have to walk with we would the condition for us to hold on to it would be that we would have to follow them to their headquarters. That's probably the condition they'll have.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be like a simultaneous thing where we take down Lightus, we get into the chapel, retrieve the scepter, and then we go with the Hood Lantern back to Shepherd's Gate to
Which would mean a cross city freaking adventure after 2 separate ordeals.
But we would be traveling with the Hooded Lantern. It would make it quite a bit easier. And at this point, I would assume. Actually, it sounds like they're going to be sending a pretty fragmented unit, pretty like weak unit, if any.
And having all these extra people with you going through the city like that also makes you a bigger target.
Yeah. I really wanted to take some time to at least look at this thing. There's got to be something like about it that I can maybe study or find out. Who knows? I hate the fact that we're going to be fighting for it just to lose it. As much as I want this audience with Captain Drexel, I worry that this has a lot of value that we're kind of like not realizing.
I mean, I'm seeing the value in this scepter as a key to Drakkenheim and a way in. So that's extremely valuable.
Yeah, that's the way I'm seeing Scepter.
But I completely agree with you guys. I completely agree that that's like
I do get Gavlin's point because I've mentioned it a couple times. Like for all we know, it's something that could be incredibly useful.
Exactly right. Like you say, key to the city. It could literally be our key to the city. You know, like this could be.
Because they mentioned that
if they want it so bad, they must have a reason. Yeah.
The reason they want it is because they need it to restore Drakkenheim. So what part of it is required for restoration, right?
Okay, if you have ever been with you saying that, if you've ever been to Drakkenheim before the fall and you were not a baby, roll me a history check. Actually, Gavlin, you can give me a history check. Winslow, you can give me a history check. So can Kadrith. Hawk, you can't because you grew up in Illyria.
Yep.
I don't know that I've ever been to Drakkenheim before.
No, but you've been in Westamar all this time.
Okay. I got a 17.
22.
Ooh.
And an 8 for Winslow.
Okay, so Gavlin and Kadrith, you guys are all talking about this. I'm just gonna add in a tidbit of information that this is a relic of Saint Vitruvio, who the Fallen Fire did not mention the scepter, but they mentioned Saint Vitruvio a bunch of times while you guys were with them.
Yeah.
Back in Drakkenheim's glory days, there were these relics that were used to, you guys would like Kadrith and Gavelin, like these are things you guys like learned in your schooling growing up. Back in the glory days of Drakkenheim, there were these they called them the Seals of Drakkenheim. They were a group of items that were bestowed to different people who were heads of different areas of the city. And when you had all these items together, you were able to use them to ascend a new king to the throne of Drakkenheim. You don't know off by hand what all of them are. There is the scepter of Saint Vitruvio, the Commander's Seal, which either Anson or Petra had brought up, that is in their father's possession, and the Crown of Westamar are three of these keys to the city that that you guys have heard of. So you know about them, like you know they're bestowed to different leaders of the city, and that they were used to anoint new kings onto the throne of Drakkenheim. And then the three that I just mentioned, the scepter, the commander's seal, and the crown of Westamar, are three of these seals of Drakkenheim.
And we also specifically know that the commander seal controls the gargoyles, or is it all seals control gargoyles?
So they don't necessarily let you control the gargoyles. They let you pass freely through them.
Ooh, okay. So extreme value.
The seals of Draken.
Well, I don't believe that we could go for all three. Now that's crazy talk.
And not just three that we know of. There's more.
Yeah.
More.
But this would be, I guess I just realized this then. If we give this to the Hooded Lantern, we will be securing the Hooded Lantern's hold on Drakkenheim. 100% will be giving them more power.
But also securing ourselves an ally going forward.
Who now has more power, which is a good thing for us.
Exactly.
Well, are there allies, though? As much as we've been helping them, this is... I hate to say it, it's felt a little more personal with Ansel and Axel than the Hooded Lanterns,
it's
right?
Not an ally right now, but
Yeah.
I feel like if we were to choose them to give this, like I said, like her dad would probably be crazy about it, and like if we were like, hey, look, like we're just
but like, what if he's not crazy about it? You know, what if he's like we saved his daughter and he barely gave a shit. He gave his son shit about it. You know, like. Well, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this dude might not be
You're also
it.
talking to a person who's part of the military and whatnot, right? Like,
yeah.
So to me, that sounds normal. That sounds like someone who's doing his job properly.
Well, Kadrith, I can tell you right now, man. No man left behind. I wouldn't leave you behind, Kadrith.
Yeah, but if you look at it this way, the Hood Lanterns are stretched super thin, limited resources, so they don't have the luxury of no man left behind. Sometimes they have to cut their losses and book.
But what you also just said is why they might not be our best ally. Stretched thin, low resources. This is kind of what I'm saying. Like, we might have, like, who knows what the Queen of Thieves would give for this, right? Who knows what the Silver Order, we didn't even ask them what they would give us for it. They just kind of mentioned it. What did they say?
Piece of armor.
Yeah, well, okay, fuck the Silver Order.
Right? Like that's kind of the
But-
second they said that, I'm just kind of like, I get that's a lot of
And-
money, but at the same time, it's like that's a little.
They
steep.
did specifically say they would specifically, um, Captain Theodore Marshall said that he would allow you guys to choose a rare magic item out of their armory. And that
That
they
was-
had magic armor.
I don't
Yeah.
remember
well-
that. I only remember being said, "Oh, we'll look to see what we have in our armory that you can have." That's all I remember hearing.
I gotta be honest, I ain't about the Silver Order. I wouldn't really want to go with that one. But Gavlin goes to spit, but he stops himself. The Fallen Fire.
No,
You're just-
the Falling Fire are worse off than the Hooded Lantern, in my view. They literally have to take weapons off the dead.
This is true.
Give
You're
me
just title
Um,
poor, aren't you?
Yeah.
all of you give me an insight check.
Well, I'll just say what I'm trying to get at is maybe we should float our options. I won't
20
hurt
for
to
Winslow.
ask.
A 20
I
for
got-
Winslow.
21 for me.
6.
Winslow and Hawk. Hawk, you said it. So I'm gonna narrate this for Winslow. Hawk is talking Winslow about how he thinks the Church of the Falling Fire are less off than the hooded lanterns. And you think to yourself for a minute, and you come to this realization that Nathaniel, Flint, and Rain were both decked out. Like, they're wearing, Nathaniel Flint was, like, in robes, but he had, like, an immaculate two-handed longsword, and was a strong fighter. He was holding his own. Rain is decked out in plate mail. They stated that they wanted these weapons because they didn't have enough weapons to arm all of their civilians. And that they had been making, that they haven't had a 100% success rate in a few weeks, like 2 or 3 weeks. But that also makes you think that they've been making pilgrimages up there, like at least once a week, for God knows how long. They explained that they had control of a gate, control of a church, control of a chapel. You don't actually know what's on the other side of that gate, how much manpower they have, and what exactly they can do. And that maybe Hawk saying this is like, he's not thinking it deep enough. You're thinking that maybe the Church of the Falling Fire actually have a lot more than they're letting on to. You're using your detective skills from all of the clues that they were saying.
Well, I'd also like to mention they 100% have more people. Maybe not fighters, but more people.
Otter.
And again, as much as I hate, sticking my head in with thieves, the ones we've met so far don't seem like they're the worst things ever. And they have their own little, control of the area.
So I'm going to derail you guys for a second. You guys have been talking, walking through town. Kind of walking aimlessly, but heading back into the direction of your cottage.
Yeah.
You guys have been talking and thinking and talking, and you get to the door of your cottage, and on the door is a letter for you guys.
Oh, cool.
And you guys think to yourself, didn't River say she was going to contact us today?
Did she?
She did. She was gonna.
Okay.
You guys left too early in the morning, and on the door is a letter.
Grab it and read it, I guess.
Kadrith, you grab this letter and you open it up. Inside is a letter from River. It says that it appears that news of the Amethyst Academy being present in Emberwood Village has begun to spread. They have moved and are no longer staying at the Red Line Inn. She does have a new job for the group of you. And if you're interested in the job, you can meet her at noon or midnight, any day you wish, at Eckerman's Mill.
Oh, that's at the other end of freaking the city.
Across the river
It's gonna
there.
be a late night, boys.
Yeah, any day you wish. It does not have to be today or tomorrow. When you guys want, there is a job waiting for you from the Amethyst Academy at Eckerman's Mill.
Well, shit. If we wanted to talk to Amethyst Academy before tomorrow, this will be our only shot, though.
That ship has sailed.
Well, no. We again, like I was saying, I think we could float the idea to everybody. Like, hey, Rain, this thing, the scepter, what you got for it, you know?
I feel like before we start doing that, actually getting it would be the first thing.
Well, but that's the thing, though. If we go with the hooded lanterns to get it, we lose our ability to ever shop it around.
As it stands right now, we essentially have to figure out what it is we want to gear ourselves up with today for tomorrow.
Yeah.
And figure out whether or not we want to go through with the hooded lanterns.
I'm also just going to throw this out there. The Hooded Lanterns didn't actually agree to help you. They said they'd think about it.
Yep.
But they definitely said that if they did come, they take it.
Correct.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And that's what's giving me the hold up. Well,
Hold up,
although
baby.
all saying all this, we still have to beat the big fella. Who knows if that's even going to happen?
Yeah,
Might
taking
all
on
just
taking
die.
on light is the major the major obstacle in front of us.
Just a little obstacle. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just a small obstacle.
So no, that should be the pressing matter. Is we need to right this wrong for Kadrith and try and quench some vengeance.
Didn't
Yeah, but-
Reno need to go to that cathedral anyways?
Yeah,
I thought it was his whole thing. We were going to dip back there to stop.
Oh yeah, he
Yeah,
needs to
him.
go inside of it. Yes.
Yeah. Because I have our quest list, and one of the things is he needs to go to the city, the cathedral.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
There's a shrine to his order in that cathedral, and he very much wants to visit it.
Well, isn't he looking for his other wolf boy? And that has ties to it too, right? I could have sworn that was it.
Oh, the evil priest.
Yeah.
We're still trying to track down his whereabouts, so
But
we don't
wasn't-
know where he is.
Wasn't he also tied to this somehow? This place?
No, his order has a holy shrine in that chapel.
Okay.
So by the sounds of it, our best bet is to just go on our own without the hooded lanterns. Considering on how they said that they struggle with things that we've had pretty ease with, having them there probably won't actually aid us that much, considering they're not going to send a mass force to help us. They're going to send a handful of guys. What are they really going to do that much to help?
You say that, but
If anything, I feel like we'd be bringing those guys out to die like they originally mentioned. Because all they'd probably be doing is staying in the back shooting arrows. They'll piss something off that's not busy with somebody else, and it's going to charge at them and probably wipe them all out in one swing.
we wouldn't have to give him the scepter that way, though.
Hey, Scavlin.
Yeah, but then
Hey,
if
you
we
know,
walk,
two
but
birds,
then
one
if
stone.
if we walk back in town and we have the scepter, the hooded lanterns are still going to
Lanterns.
they're
We
still
just-
going to expect the
yeah,
they're
we'll
There's-
bring it to you tomorrow. Tomorrow.
they're still going to expect us to give it to them because that was the arrangement. And if we go against the
Yeah.
arrangement, they're not going to be any willing to aid us in any way for the most part.
Yeah, that would be bad.
No,
Well,
we
I think
have-
if we didn't give it to them, no matter what, that might be bad, guys. That might be, you know.
If we
burning that
keep it on
bridge.
our person, it'd probably be a little less bad. If they find out we give it to somebody else, then that would be.
yeah.
Giving something of that importance to a group will be basically not only telling that group we're on your side, we're with you, it's going to be telling all the other groups that we are not with them.
Yep. Hands down. Yeah. It's
So,
it's
I
definitely
100% think that, like you were saying, we shouldn't just give it out right away. We should probably keep it.
I wish that we can make this decision after meeting Drexel. I want to know what he has to say, what they're going to offer us, and everything like that, and not just.
But once we
Here's-
get it, we can go we can tell them it's like, listen, we don't necessarily want to keep this. We don't know if we want to part with this with you guys. We want to know what we get out of it.
Well, why don't we
Then
just
that-
bring that up to them tomorrow? Axel and Ansel seem pretty, personable. We could probably just.
Petra and
It's Petra. Sorry, I don't know why I'm saying. Axel. Yeah.
But at the same time, they don't owe us anything anymore, remember?
No.
No.
Like prior, they owed us because we saved them. And they
Yeah.
even mentioned it, like they specifically mentioned it. We are now even. There's nothing there now.
Yeah, no, that's definitely something that we have to consider too. Is that right now we're squared away with them. So yeah, taking on them to try and retrieve the scepter, they're gonna look as, oh well, we're helping you guys out.
Yeah.
They did also
Alright.
state that they believed you had a 2-day window. So, like, today's the 19th. Like, we'll say, like, midnight on the 21st is when that window closes.
Okay.
Yeah, I can tell you right now. I don't want to wait though.
No, there's no shot. I feel like we have to do this tomorrow. Hey,
Tomorrow's our best bet because, God forbid, we have to run away. We have one more day to
Exactly.
give it a try.
exactly.
Yeah.
Well, and part of me wonders, maybe they're lying. Like, didn't you guys think about that? That maybe they're lying about this window of whatever. Like, I know we passed by the area, so we can kind of confirm that it wasn't like popping. But didn't we fight things really close to there? Like,
We fought things that retreated from there.
okay, then yeah, that proves my point. They're saying that nothing fought there in the last 2 days. We know something fought
They
there.
didn't say nothing has. They just said there's less than normal.
And that there doesn't seem to be minions flying around.
That's true. Yes. Okay. And we can confirm both, at least the minions part, right? We passed through there, no minions.
Yep.
Because we were relatively close to the chapel, right? We were
Well, we
probably
were-
a couple blocks.
Yeah,
We were a
within-
stone's
within
throw,
3 or
must
4
have been.
blocks. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so yeah, there would have been some little zombie guys or whatever chilling around there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it is good information. I think we talk to them tomorrow, get that last little bit of information they'll give, and we headed there.
All right. So
I'm wondering if maybe telling them now that we don't want to, we'll go on our own because we don't want to risk their lives.
I think we give them time to contemplate.
Because if they get a group ready and like tomorrow they're strapped and ready to go, and then we suddenly show up and be like, oh, by the way, yeah, no, we're not taking you guys on. Like, stay here.
Well, the same thing could have happened if we just decided not to go tomorrow. We never made any 100% arrangements with them yet. You know? Like, they gave us the 2-day window, and we were never like, tomorrow is the day. Right?
Yeah.
All I
Sorry.
said was not today because we need to gather supplies. That's all I said.
Yeah, I wouldn't feel too bad about it, to be honest, Kadrith.
Okay. Well, let's go do our shopping. Let's rest up and then.
And then, yeah,
Well, my
And,
coin purse is a little light right now, but
good thing
I
we
do
got some
think,
delirium to
yeah.
sell.
How are we looking on that front? We should have
I
decent
have-
chunk sell time.
The bag that Winslow is carrying says 6 chips, 2 fragments, and 1 shard.
We didn't have any more. I guess we didn't get any on that expedition, did we?
No, I was curious if you guys were going to do a delirium hunt, but you didn't.
Okay.
Yeah, so if we sell what we have in that bag with the price of delirium, we will have 380 gold.
Don't you guys have more though? Like, haven't you guys been bulking it up?
No, we did a big sell.
Yeah, but I don't think we sold everything.
No. Kadrith, do you have that old list?
I don't have any on myself. I gave everything I have to you guys for the bulk sell. So
Then
whatever's
yeah.
left is in someone else's inventory. I have 0 on me.
No, I have it written down that we sold everything.
Okay. I
Okay,
think we
then
might have.
Yeah, I guess we did. I'll just.
The only person that I know that had a hidden stash was Yukato.
I also have a small hidden stash, but that's very small.
Yeah.
I got fuck all on me.
Should we just sell them? I could use the money. I'm pretty low after buying that silver hammer that I still haven't gotten a hold of.
Okay. Yeah, I'm down to sell and for you guys if that's what you guys need.
I think you guys also have 2 bows that you can sell, right? That'll give you guys
Ooh.
another 50 gold.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how much is it? So
Yeah. Okay. So the chips are 10 gold apiece, fragments a hundo, and the shard is 500.
Yeah,
And
but you get
then-
half of that.
yeah, as it said.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, because he said it was like 380 earlier, which makes sense for half the price of all that.
Yeah, exactly. That is half.
And
you said how much for 2 bows? 50?
Yeah, I believe it's 50. I'm confirming here.
Well, they're 50 individually.
Yeah, they're 50 gold each, so you get 50 gold selling the 2 of them.
Okay, so 430.
Yeah, so we get 430. Yeah.
So 86 gold each.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Yeah.
Alright, Alder the Man says thank you for your business and gives you guys your gold. He does have 9 more potions of healing at 50 gold each, and 3 more potions of greater healing at 100 gold each. I would like to point out as well, something that you guys have not explored. Rain handed you that scroll. That was it's a level 3 cure wounds. It's 3d8 plus your spellcasting modifier. You could potentially buy more of those off of people that can make scrolls.
Who has scrolls in town?
I believe it's only Hannah.
Well, Gavlin, I think it's time we go see Hannah.
Might as well. Although I have I point to my scroll collection. It's getting pretty large here.
Oh yeah, you guys found a bunch of scrolls too that you could possibly sell for treasure.
I'm only carrying 1 scroll.
I'm not looking to sell any of these, but
Marino has a fortune telling scroll, or it's like a scroll of remember what it was called.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's like a. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Clairvoyance.
The clairvoyance. Yeah, he said he was gonna sell that. Because yeah, no one wanted that. We gathered all the other scrolls, divvied them up, and that was the only one no one wanted.
1 second.
Oh yeah, scrolls aren't cheap. So she'll buy scrolls, like a 3rd level scroll she'll buy for 200 gold. But to get one made, it's 450. 450 for a 3rd level, 150 for a 2nd, and 75 for a 1st.
Well, it's not too bad for a first level. But there are a few things that I wouldn't mind purchasing off Alder the Amen.
Okay. He has on him right now 9 potions of healing, 3 potions of greater healing, the +2 rose gold armor, and the trinket of Goodberry.
Listen, you can stop saying the armor because we're not going to be able to afford that.
Well, he has it for another few days, so I know you won't, but I'm just gonna keep saying it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna change that trinket because, like, the trinket is weird. I'm just gonna change it that it lets you cast Goodberry once a long rest.
I am interested in a bag of ball bearings if he has it.
He doesn't, but either the traveling goods store or I have his name right here.
Frozen
Emberwood
Suns.
Village, NPCs. Armin Gainsbury would have that, and so would Tobias Crow.
Oh, let's go see. Yeah, I want to go visit Tobias. Yeah.
Okay, so are you guys all finished at the caravan court, and you guys want to go see?
No. I would like to buy 2 healing potions.
It's 100 gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 100 gold each, correct, Thomas?
No, 50 each.
50
It's
each?
100 for the greater, which I'm going to buy 1.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, I thought things were more expensive in Draken.
Yeah, but I can't find that list right now, and I'm just good with this.
Okay. Yeah, because I was going to say the regular price on D&D Beyond, yeah, for a greater healing is 100. Yeah.
Take advantage of it, boys.
I'll do 50 gold then for the healing potion, for 1 healing potion from Aldor the Immense.
Okay, so I gotta write it down here. So you guys, Alban bought 2. Or not Alban. I'm sorry. Gablin bought 2. You bought 1, so he's down to 6. And Kadrith bought 1 greater healing potion. He's down to 2.
Yeah, I have 2 healing potions and 2 greater potions.
And then Jacob, you can talk to Reno later if he wants to sell any of his shit and buy potions.
Yeah, 10-4.
What about you there, Dylan? You want to sell or buy anything?
I think he might be asleep.
I kept hearing a noise that sounded like snoring, honestly.
That's okay. He might be tired.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, shit.
Oh, that's so cute.
That's fine. I'll talk to him later. We have until Sunday. Somebody mute him. I don't know how.
We'll
have to all individually do it. That's so creepy, though. That one was creepy, that last one.
The second we notice, he gets suddenly louder.
That's so funny.
Because I heard a couple things and I thought it was someone playing with like a little crank toy. And then the
Oh.
second we were trying to cut Dylan, I'm like, oh my god, that was him
Okay.
snoring. He's asleep.
A bag of ball bearings will be 5 gold.
Okay.
And okay, so are you guys heading to the blacksmith?
I would like to go to the blacksmith. Yes. Anyone else can
I guess I'll just go with him just to check in on my thing.
What's funny is I'm recording too, so like I'm recording his snoring.
Yeah. I'm gonna listen to it.
Proof that he snores.
Mute him here. Okay. Okay. Jacob, roll me a d20.
Okay. 15.
Okay. Everything is you walk into Tobias' shop, and it's a normal day. His son is there. Who is his son's name written down on here? It's not.
Sons.
Tobias Crow. I don't remember his son's name right now.
That's fine.
But yeah, and Tobias is there, and he says, "Ah, the Brotherhood, you're back in town. I see. Welcome, welcome." He looks over at you, Hawk. Have any more gold for that armor I'm making for you, young man?
I can even out the amount that I gave you to 400 gold. Because we're at 364 right now.
Okay, he will take that, and he'll sell you the ball bearings. He says, have you all, I heard you all, it's good to see that you all survived another day in those ruins of Drakkenheim. Did you get any grand treasures from this excursion?
Just information.
So you're giving him like 36 gold, Jacob?
Pretty good ass whooping we got.
Yeah, 36 gold, and then 5 more gold for the ball bearing.
Right, okay, so he's up to 400.
Yeah.
I don't remember what the grand total is, but...
1,200.
Alright. And he says, well, it's always a good day when I hear that you all make your way back to the city in one piece. I'm beginning to get quite fond of all of you, you know. Especially you, Sir Cadrith, that strong arm working in my shop. Feel free to come back any time you like. I will always put you to work.
So cute.
Do a little head bow.
Yeah.
I asked him on the progress on my mace.
And he says, oh, it's going quite well, actually. Here, I have it over here. And he brings you, like, over to one of his workbenches. And, you see on the workbench, he has finished crafting the handle. And it's like, you know, like a beautifully crafted handle. Etched into the, it's got like this, you know, like a good leather grip on it with a nice pommel. And the shaft has already been made, and you can see the end of it is still like raw, waiting to be fused to the head of the mace. And he's etched onto the steel, Brotherhood of the Haze.
Nice.
And he says it'll be ready. It'll be ready for you Friday before lunch.
All right, man. Sounds good.
Cool.
He says, you know, he says to, like, Winslow, oh, those arrows, I'm sure that those arrows I made you treating you well, and I'm sure he does something like, no, I kept missing.
Yeah.
No, that was Hawk.
That was me, man.
Oh,
Those arrows.
Hawk sent all those beautiful arrows you made back to the earth.
Yeah. And
That's quite sad to hear, but you know what they say, don't blame the Fletcher, blame the archer.
Yeah. I'll work out the kinks.
Yeah, I assure you, my arrows have no kinks.
I think you need to put Hawk to work. He's got to work on that draw arm.
Yeah, I guess so, man.
Hawk, give me a flex. Let's see if you're strong enough to work in my forge. Do you flex for him?
Yeah, I do a flex for him, but it's definitely mediocre.
Give me an athletics check.
Oh, go. Oh, that's a 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
Does
pats
he
down.
flex?
He walks up to you, Kadrith, and pats you on the arm and says, I believe your companion over there is not made of the same did not eat the same thick stews that you ate growing up. Those Illyrians, you know, they make them different over there.
I flex.
Yeah, well, my gold eyes just glinted a little golder right there with a little bit of motherfucker. Don't be fucking dissing all of the people.
As he says that, just Kadris just like flexes back.
Yeah, exactly. Friggin' big Jack Dragonborn.
Yeah.
So is there anything you guys want to ask him about the city or anything like that?
How has it been in Emberwood Village since we left? Has there been any hustle and bustle about more falling fire personnel coming through?
He says, well, from my understanding, the Falling Fire were here yesterday buying supplies. I believe they left this morning. I haven't seen anybody from them. But it's, except for old Tully Talladega. He's always staying at that old Talladega farmhead. He never leaves, but he hasn't come in today.
Okay. I'm just curious.
Yavelin, do you want to ask him anything?
Did we ask him
No.
about the staff?
Well, actually, yes, I do. I want to ask him about Eventide Manor.
He looks. You bring up Eventide Manor, and his face just kind of goes white. And he goes, what do you want to know about Eventide Manor?
Well, it's just weird to me that such a massive property is just left so unattended.
His son you could see his brow, like his face is turning white, and his brow starts to sweat. His son comes over to him and he says, Father, it's okay. It happened years ago. That this group, I believe they're good for the city. We can open up to them about it. And he goes, aye, boy, I think I agree with you on that. They seem like a good set of folks. He says, Eventide Manor. Well, me and my son own that building. It used to be my home long ago. Years when my kid was merely a boy. Something terrible happened to our family in that place. It burned down, and I've never set foot in it again.
Wow, I'm so sorry to hear that.
The son says, my mother was a mage with the Amethyst Academy, and well, like my father said, without going into too many of our family's details, there was an incident, and we didn't all survive.
Wow.
You see, Lady Eventide was my mother, and she was a mage with the Amethyst Academy. What is your interest with our old family home?
Well, I almost hate to bring it up now, but I noticed that the property was abandoned, and I'm looking to possibly lay down roots in Drakkenheim or Emberwood Village, I should say. Yeah, we might be staying here for an extended period of time.
Um, Tobias jumps up at that and he says, "Nothing good will ever come from that place. It's a damned place. Rumors of ghosts and spirits residing inside of it echo throughout the town. And that's been going on long before this accursed meteor brought this destruction to this land. If you're looking for my blessing, take the building. It's nothing to me, and I'll never set foot in there again." And the son goes like, "Father, we've been talking about this. It was once our home. We could rebuild it." "No, I will not rebuild it. I'll, um, no, I refuse. I won't be rebuilding it. And you know what? I think it's time that we change the sign from Crows and Sons to just Crow and Son. I've given up hope."
Given up hope?
You have another son?
It sounds like he did, Hawk. It sounds like he did.
The son who he's talking to says like, I have a brother. He on that fateful night years ago when our house burned down and my mother died, the Amethyst Academy came for him and they took him away. My father, he's never been the same since that night. I was merely a baby. I barely have any memories of my mother. So it doesn't affect me quite like my father does, but I understand his disdain for the home. I've been trying to convince him for years, and Tobias has like walked away. He doesn't want to talk about this.
Oh shit! Okay.
Ooh, okay.
And I'm looking for the son's name, but he's like I've been trying to convince him for years to rebuild it, but he just won't. He just sees it as a stain on him, a stain on our family, and a stain on losing my mother.
Well, Gavlin, it seems you got the green light to take the place.
Well, I don't really know about that. It does sound like it's still their family home, and even though he wants to get rid of it, I don't know.
Well, I mean, if we clear out the so-called ghost side, even if there isn't anything in there, it would be good for us to maybe get some closure for this family or something like that by either, yeah, like you were saying, build it up into something new and to change it.
Yeah, but then it wouldn't exactly. I guess it would be ours. I don't know. I almost feel it almost feels wrong taking it from them, even if he's giving it to us. And
A gift horse in the mouth.
well, it would be a lot of work too. I don't know. I just
Or maybe Cadrith can use his strong arm.
wouldn't. I feel like Tobias would feel so. It would feel so weird to see Tobias as we're working on his old family home that has so much history to him. I ask his son like, I think, would you be all right if we did this? Are you sure your father would be all right? It seems like it's coming from like, a place of anger and such.
He says, "Well, I personally have been trying to convince him to rebuild it together, he and I, for the last couple of years, ever since I started apprenticing in the blacksmith here. His name is Peter, by the way. You think I'd remember that? It's my dog's name.
The son that we're talking to?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Oh, that's Peter?
Yeah.
Peter's what we're to?
Yeah.
But does Peter mention his other brother that was taken?
Peter has not mentioned, other than saying that the brother was taken by the Amethyst Academy before he was born, he has not mentioned him at all.
Okay.
Or not before he was born, when he was a small child.
Okay.
He said his brother was taken when he was a small child. This happened a long time ago, and he doesn't really have any memories of his mother.
Okay.
He says, I personally would like to see the place brought back to its as a homestead, but the work involved, it's a massive undertaking.
Yeah, and I assume it wouldn't be cheap either.
Says, I mean, I was hoping that my father and I could do the work ourselves, but we are pretty busy at the forge. I do have to say, we've been mighty busy, and when we're done your 2 contracts, we've already have new jobs lined up. But if you're looking for my blessing to stay there, I would not be opposed to it. I would like to see it cleaned up a little bit and maybe one day brought back to light.
Well, you keep mentioning how you want to rebuild it and you just don't have the time. What if we somehow went in on this together? And, I doubt it would become our family home, but there could be the Brotherhood of the Hayes, office or barracks in there or something, right?
Ooh, I like that idea. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if any of you guys plan on permanently staying. I need to see where my plans take me, but this might only be a temporary thing.
I haven't had a home in years.
Yeah, I do not like our current living situations, and the Red Lion Inn is it's going to be way too expensive to be a permanent solution.
Sleeping in my bedroll is the norm for me. So.
He says, I would not be able to help you guys without my father's blessing. It would break his heart for me to go against him. But I do give you guys my blessing if you wish to try and clean it up and rebuild it into some kind of livable space. It's been a few years since I've even stepped in that place. I'm ashamed to say this, but it does also kind of give me the creeps. But if you're looking for my blessing, you have it. And I wish I could help you rebuild it. But without my father's blessing, I wouldn't be able to. But I will talk to my father. I can't make any promises, and I will tell you it's going to be a long shot.
Well, I appreciate the effort. If there's anything that we could do to help out in any way, always feel free to ask.
He says, well, we've mentioned it before. If you guys are looking to help out in the forge, any work that you guys do here will expedite the jobs that you have here, and if you guys want to work for us when you don't have any job, when we're no longer making gear for you, we could throw you some coin as well for that. There's always plenty of work to do here at the Crow and Sons.
All right. I have something to say to the group, like as we walk away out of earshot.
Yeah.
But I'll wait till then, just to.
Okay, so that's fine. You guys leave. What would you like to say now that you're outside of the building?
Oh, Kadrith, Hawk, you guys need to brown nose that guy so hard.
Dude, that's what I've been doing this whole time.
Yep, that is. If we could get him to help us rebuild this, that might be like I don't know how we're gonna afford it. Maybe things will get, we'll get a better source of money soon, or somebody will give us a big job, but that's gonna take quite a bit of money.
I feel like that's going to be a once we get into the inner city kind of thing.
Yeah, that's when we'll get into the higher quantity of delirium, and that's where the big money.
Yeah.
Did we want to go take a walk to the place?
Yeah, we might as well. I guess you guys have never seen it. Let me show it to you.
Yeah, no, I haven't yet either. Let's go check out Eventide, man.
All right.
Yeah, we'll go. We'll be like those little kids who are just peeking around the corner. It's haunted. It's haunted.
Oh, I'm not going to peek around the corner.
Okay.
Actually, Kadra, do you think you could detect ghosts?
Why do you think I asked to go check?
Ooh.
So,
I also, yeah, I can also do that too. With my mother's ring.
I'm just going to read the little thingy here. This manor house on the south end of town burned down many years ago. It was once owned by a mysterious elven woman who had a child with a local craftsman, but was abandoned after she passed away, and the boy was taken by the Amethyst Academy. Since it caught fire, none have come to claim or repair it. Children now tell tales of strange noises coming from the cellar of the house, and how the charred doors and windows open and close on their own. Ooh, spooky.
Also, there's the obvious implication that the kid was the one who started the fire, correct? The magic kid?
Yeah,
No one
that's,
was
that's what I got from it.
Yeah, I've gotten that implication a bunch here.
Being that they took him, I feel like he probably had capabilities like his mother, so they took him in to teach him how to control it.
Yeah,
Something.
that's what we were told from the other Silver Order, I think, and Amethyst Academy people, is that once a kid is like known to have magical powers, they cultivate them.
Yeah, and I think in this case specifically, he was the cause of the fire. Would be my guess by some of the things I've heard.
That either resulted in the mother dying, or was a attributing factor, or something.
I think it directly killed her.
How big is this place?
It's
Bigger than our
big.
current
It's a
place.
manor house. So you could see it on the map. It's this big. Like it's, look at it compared. So it's like a 2-story, like 5-bedroom big.
It's
house.
bigger than the Bark and Buzzard and the Gilded Lily.
Yeah.
It's big, yeah. So Thomas, I'm going to utilize my mother's ring to try and detect good and evil.
That lets you see like aberrations, fae, and a bunch of other stuff, right?
Yeah. For the duration.
Celestials, fiends, and undead.
Yeah, apparitions, celestials. Yeah, it's within 30 feet. So I mean, I'm basically trying to scan the building, I guess.
So I'll say you walk around the perimeter of the building. The building is in disarray. A part of the roof has collapsed. That you can see through the windows that the main floor is like full of trash and garbage. People might have. There's lots of signs that people probably squallered here on and off. People have used it as kind of like a makeshift dumping ground. You find the old cellar door that the kids were talking about, but your divine sense does not go off in any way, shape, or form walking around the building.
Alright, so it seems like it's more of a ghost story, fellas.
Well,
Let's
maybe you should
go
walk in
inside.
then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Safest entrance. Is there multiple entrances?
I mean, it doesn't say that specifically. I'll say that it just has the one entrance. Do it. Does it
Considering
give
the
you
way
a
that the
picture of it?
building's shaped, I would assume it has like 2 front doors, kind of.
That was my thought as well.
I actually think that it's one front door in the center, and it's like 2 bay windows. Like one would be like maybe the kitchen, and one would be like the living
Ooh, they're
room.
like, yeah, that watches over.
Yeah. So like I would say, yeah, in the center over here where Cadwith is staying, that would be like your main door.
Yeah.
Think of the view, guys. Think of the view.
I'll try to
And
get
as-
some pictures of it. It's
Cool.
It's currently roughly 2, 3, like between 2 and 3 o'clock. Do you guys just want to spend like the rest of the day kind of like cleaning this up?
Yeah. Well, whatever. Yeah,
That would be
whatever
a good use of our day. Yeah.
Like, obviously, we don't have any building materials with us, but anything that we can actually do, like physically, yeah, for sure.
Okay, let's what do I want to do for a check for this?
I mostly wanted to just walk around and see what's going on with the place. Make sure nothing
Well,
was.
I'm with Kaplan on this. I would definitely like to clean up this place, and yeah, if we could try and just claim this and not need to pay more money to stay at another
Right.
place, it'd be good.
So I'm gonna who wants to be like the maybe we'll leave it to Brett because I'll give you guys details about the structure of the building, but I need somebody else to keep track of this.
Oof. I feel like I almost want to put it on grid paper.
Well, I'm just gonna do things like I'm gonna roll this. Brett, roll me a d20. Oh no, I'm gonna roll my d20, and I'm gonna do it on
Ooh,
camera.
nice
here.
angle. Ooh. Aw.
Thank God.
And we're gonna
Oh,
use
Hell,
my
Thomas, you're wearing pants?
new d20 that I've never rolled before.
Oh, is this one from the East Coast?
It is.
Cool.
I'll show it to you guys quickly. It is a
Yeah.
white. It's like clear plastic with sparkles and solid black on the other side.
That's cool. I like it.
On a 10 or higher, the stairs to go up are not collapsed.
Okay, I'm gonna write this down.
I got a 19. The stairwell is in good condition. On a 10 or
Awesome.
higher, the fireplace and chimney are still functional. I got an 11. The fireplace is still good. Everyone give me... Okay, you can choose, and you guys can all take advantage, because we'll say Winslow and Yugato are helping. You can choose to give me an investigation check to look for usable items, or you can give me an athletics, acrobatics, or survival check to help make this a livable space.
Ooh.
I should do the survival to check for the livable space.
I could do athletics.
I'll do the investigation.
There we go.
And you guys can all take advantage.
I got an 18 on my survival.
Okay. Kadrith, what'd you get?
13. Athletics.
Okay. And that's with advantage too, right?
Oh, sorry, I forgot.
Yeah, without advantage, I would have been a 5.
First number.
Okay. And what did you get there, Hawk?
I only got a 10 on the investigation. That's not a good roll.
No, on a 10 you don't find anything usable.
Sag.
But keep track. If you can make like on wherever you're keeping track of this, there, Brett, make like a rebuild check, and I'm just gonna have you put tallies. So
Okay.
you guys have 2 tallies because you did 2 successes, and
Yeah.
I'll say that you guys were able to find. You guys were able to. I wish I had a map of this building. I'm gonna say that it has like a pantry in the kitchen that is a fair size pantry that that was like more insulated and didn't get super destroyed. You guys were like able to clear a path through the garbage from the front door into the kitchen and into this pantry. And it's like it's like a good fair size. Like imagine a pantry that a manor would have. It's like a fair size pantry that you're easily able to clean up and like clear a path to get to it easily.
Cool.
And I'll try to find like pictures of it or a blueprint of it of some kind.
So the pantry is also good? Should I write
Yeah.
that down?
Yeah.
Right on. Fireplace
do wanna
good,
do
stairs
another-
good, pantry good. On a roll.
While in like the middle of the place, because my divine sense has a 60-foot range, I want to do another check just to make sure.
Okay, give me a second.
Kadrith, can I actually ask you, would I notice you doing this?
Probably.
You make like, can you,
Pro-
Kadrith, I think that maybe you should wait until night.
I got more to. I got more.
You got more in you?
I have two more available.
Beauty, actually. Never mind. Fire it away. I think we should wait until night. I'm not 100% sure, but from all like the stories and stuff, it's all at night, right? So I wonder if, things change at night.
Yeah, because I just tried during the day and nothing came up.
Yeah, but if you have to, fire away. 100%.
Okay.
So yeah, I still think for now we should probably sleep where we have been sleeping and not sleeping in a place
100.
that's
Well,
That's a
100%.
little fucked up, but I definitely like the idea that this place we're cleaning it up and we're getting it like ready for us.
Even if we could just get a room or two secure and set up in a way that we could live in it, it might give us more space than we're currently living in. Like we got no room in there,
Well, yeah, but our initial cleanup is so far of the first level. The stairs are good. We still have a second level too.
Oh hell yeah! But I'm just wondering if we could after this would be after we clean the place, right? Just thinking of steps. We find either one of the biggest rooms or one of the easiest securable rooms, and we try to get that set up in a way that this becomes where we live, if possible. Because we're basically living in a fucking room right now, right?
Yeah.
What would be different?
No, definitely this brings almost like a tear to Hawk's eye because he hasn't settled down in any shape or form in years. So the idea of having some kind of homestead, and the best part even to bring Dad to this homestead or whatever, a place that we could call like a home or whatever, is just super, super awesome. Very, very moving.
Wow, they
Gavilan is just stoked to have a goal.
So much information on Eventide Manor in the Drakkenheim forums. It's like more than I was expecting.
Oh, there's Thomas just getting flooded. Shit!
Well, the good thing about this place, though, is like we're so close to safety that even if things go wrong, it's like hop, skip, and a jump. We're back to bed,
Yeah.
Like, compared to Drakkenheim, even if this place does have ghosts, I'm not,
No, I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
Yeah. Ghosts.
You know what? Sometimes you just gotta bust a ghost.
And Kadras, we could even probably build like a little thing for the Sacred Flame in here, It's been a long time since I've had a ritual or a prayer room.
It seems a lot of dungeon masters have this same problem, where it's like they don't give enough information about Eventide Manor in the book, and my players want to do a bunch of crazy things to it.
I actually thought that they gave an incredible amount of information already, though. Like the fact that it's like this ghost story and then also connected to the Crow and Son.
Yeah,
I never made that connection. I don't know if you guys did.
I didn't realize that Eventide Manor was there just because season 1, the Crow and Sons lived in Drakkenheim when the incident happened, not in Emberwood Village. That's Emberwood Village is where they moved to after the incident.
Mm-hmm.
So
It was the wife's house.
Yeah, because it's not the Crow's Manor, right?
Right,
No.
it's Eventide Manor.
So
That's why I never made the link, because it's different names.
Well, no, I didn't even make the link. Sorry, between the sons part that he had 2 sons and now he only has the one.
Shit, Gavla.
I mean, not all of the family stick around, right?
Yeah, but I didn't I never even thought to think does he actually there's only one son helping him. Like, where's the other one? You know?
Okay.
True.
I guess that's where the fact that I watched season 1's like spoilers.
Yeah.
Plot twist: next time we come into the map, the name on the blacksmith's gonna change.
Yeah, he's gonna drop the S.
Thomas is just gonna put a little black thing over it, like he did on the map there. I just blacked out the
Yeah.
Crow and Son.
Yeah. I don't even remember what my other son looks like anymore. Maybe he's a ginger, maybe he's not.
Well, also on that note, I almost want to incorporate them into this somehow. Do you guys have any ideas on that? Like, it would be very weird for us to hey, our home, your home until we decide to bail. But at the same time, that seems like it would be the nicest thing to do, and also, doesn't screw us over.
I think given that they're very close to this residence, they're gonna see us fixing up this place no matter what. But I think a way that we could try and keep the memory of their family alive would be to maybe in this front courtyard area or whatever is to put up maybe a remembrance thing of Lady Eventide or something, you know what I mean? Some kind of memorial, if you will, to the losses.
We would definitely have to get their blessing for that.
Yeah, but no, that's like a surprise. That's what I'm saying.
Surprise! We gave you dead wife a grave.
Yeah, well, just based on the way he reacted already, I don't know. We would have to get a big.
He's sad. He's upset for sure. But there's definitely a lot of not how do I put that? Just not being able to get over it yet. There's still a lot of regrets there. That I think that having some kind of place like that for him to try and not necessarily get over it, but to move on, because there's definitely something that weighs on him so much they had to leave our conversation.
Get over it.
Well, no, that's not the right way to say it, but yeah, just so that way we're it's not us taking over, it's us trying to help.
Okay.
I'm uploading a few different photos. One is
what
it would have looked like in its glory day. Here's one that's more like what it looks like now.
Oh, and there we go. Oh wow, it looked really nice in glory day. Cool. Oh,
honestly, I expected it to be worse now.
These are just like images I'm getting off that people made. They're not.
Yeah.
Well, because if you think of it, a manor, or like in that kind of time, like a fancy house isn't going to be made out of wood, right? So
Yeah.
most of the walls
Brick.
will probably be
Yeah.
mostly held up.
I almost expected it just to be like a couple standing rooms, if that, and like just the bare bones. The fact that it's almost a full like you said, the walls are almost all still intact. This might come livable quicker than I thought, actually. You know, just a little TLC.
Yeah. Well, I don't know where we're gonna find the glass, but at
Oh.
least, but at least, like you said, if there's nothing heaving in on itself, kind of thing, then that's definitely an advantage in our court.
It means that we can secure it a lot easier.
Oh, I found a floor plan that a guy made.
Oh,
Nice.
okay.
I'll upload this later after I clean it up a little bit.
I unmuted Dylan to see if he was still snoring.
Is
Add
he?
shortcut to drive.
I don't
My
hear anything.
drive. Drakkenheim. Emberwood Village. Add shortcut here.
You're doing it wrong, Thomas. You got to put your glasses to the end of your nose.
I can't figure out how I zoom in on. Oh, here it is. This is too much reading for tonight. But okay, so we're going to leave off with you guys are spending the rest of your evening working in Eventide Manor. And we will pick back up on the evening of September 19th on Sunday.
Okay.
I guess this means Cadrath's thing didn't pick anything up.
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
What did you cast?
Divine Sense.
No.
Same thing as Jacob.
Yeah, it doesn't pick up anything.
Alrighty.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
you guys do a pretty good job of exploring the first floor. So I'll get you guys like a simple floor plan of the first floor because I actually found one.
Nice.
Cool. I'll keep track of the checklist that you want me to keep track of.
No, I definitely like Gavlin's idea though to try and use that same spell again at night. Like not during the day, evening, nighttime. Try and use it again and see what comes up there. That's definitely something that.
So I am gonna ask because the next game is gonna be at my house and my son is gonna be with us. So just so that I know what to prepare, do you guys plan to use this night to try to explore Eventide Manor at night and see if anything comes up, or do you plan to sleep and assault Lytus?
I almost wanted to do both.
I don't want to spend the whole night, but
Yeah.
I do want to wait until it's a little later. Even if we leave not first crack of morning, even if we just spend a little bit later at night where it's like darker and whatnot.
Yeah, I was almost think we spend like till like 9 or 10 or 11, and then we just wake up later the next day.
Okay, sounds good. I'll figure that out. Okay, you guys all have yourselves a good night. Skylar, I'll see you. Oh no, it was your Friday today.
Yep, going to camp.
Lucky. Okay, you guys have a good night. I'll see you guys on Sunday.